Good morning, YouTube. This is your truly Tesla Mouse here, bringing you two Wi-Fi battles, and this will be the first one uploaded on Monday, November 10th, 2014, and we are just 11 days away from Pokemon Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire. Now, before I proceed, I'm going to say that I already got 4 battles done for my Pokemon X and Y Wi-Fi Battle Adventure Series Finale / Omega Ruby Alpha Sapphire Hype Week, so I'll just have 3 more battles to get done with, and, well, I'll have a video for all 7 days I plan on doing that. But, yeah. Anyways, let's examine the opponent's team, and honestly, this is a pretty well constructed team. We have Amoonguss, Vivillon, Bisharp, Gyarados, Gliscor, and Heatran. And there's lots of type coverage here, like teammates covering each other's weaknesses and such. Sorry about that. He has an electric weakness, which Gliscor and Amoonguss covers nicely. His Vivillon and Amoonguss has a fire weakness, which Gyarados and Heatran covers. His Bisharp and Heatran have a fighting weakness, which is Gyarados, Gliscor, Vivillon, and Amoonguss covers. His Bisharp and Heatran also have a ground weakness, which Gliscor, Gyarados, and Vivillon also covers. His Amoonguss, Gliscor, and Vivillon have an ice weakness, which Heatran covers, as well as Bisharp. And yeah, we got lots of good coverage here. My team is the same old. This team is probably not going to change for the rest of the season of my X and Y Wi-Fi balance. So if you see Mega Manectric in a Wi-Fi battle from now on, well, in any Wi-Fi battle I partake in between now and Omega Ruby Alpha Sapphire's release, then you know Azumarill and Heracross will be on that team. Not going to bother changing it. But let's not waste any time. Let's get on to the Wi-Fi battle and see how this all plays out. And to be honest with you, I was expecting a Vivillon lead. Or a Heatran lead, because Heatran does set Stealth Rocks most of the time. I want to see if I got the... Alright, I think you're good to go. He is going to open up with Sylvan, the Amoonguss, and I'm going to open up with my Mega Manectric. I was debating going for a Volt Switch in case he switched into Heatran, but I went for the safe play enough for Flamethrower instead, just to see how much it would do to Amoonguss, and in case, you know, he's switching to Gliscor expecting a Volt Switch. So, Flamethrower is going to... No, I went for Volt Switch, sorry. Getting way ahead of myself. I really did think I went for Flamethrower. But yeah, I went for Volt Switch because I kind of figured he might switch into Heatran. So, yeah, Volt Switch does jack shit to Amoonguss, and out comes Porygon 2 to Trace Regenerator. And he's going to hit my Amoonguss with a Sludge Bomb. I'm going to Thunder Wave his Amoonguss to paralyze it some. And he's going to go for another Sludge Bomb. So, Porygon 2 hasn't been poisoned yet, and I'm going to go for a Psychic, and this is when I realized, oh crap, it's Assault Vested, because that Psychic did jack to Amoonguss. I mean, granted, my Porygon 2 isn't exactly invested in special attack, nor is it a stab move, but still, it should have done a little bit more. So I'm going to send in Bugging Out the Heracross in case he lands a Sludge Bomb that poisons. Because honestly, if Heracross is poisoned, it'll be no consequence. So yeah. I go for the Facade. He sees I'm a gut set, so he's going to send out Gyarados to take that Facade nicely. So I'm not going to keep Heracross out, because I don't want to risk Facade not taking out Gyarados and then him suffering a waterfall. Anyways, we pull a double switch here. I switched Heracross out, for a Zoomerall to take care of Gyarados, and he switched Gliscor. Switching to Gliscor, probably expecting me to switch into Mega Manectric. I don't know the reason exactly. But yeah. So I go for the Waterfall, which doesn't quite take out Gliscor, unfortunately. And out comes Sylvan. And I switch to Zoomerall out, so there's another double switch. And do Saboteur, the Skarmory. He's going to switch his Sylvan, the Amoonguss, back out. And go into Fancy the Vivillon. And I set up my Stealth Rocks, which is when I wanted to set up my Stealth Rocks for, is that Vivillon, because they're usually sashed. He's going to go for a Quiver Dance. Not going to go for a Sleep Powder, but a Quiver Dance, and I go for the Whirlwind. You don't want to deal with baton passing here. Gliscor comes out, takes the Stealth Rocks damage, and I go for a Whirlwind, as you'll see here, predicting him to switch into Heatran. He does not, as Gliscor instead knocks off my Rocky Helmet. So that's unfortunate. Whirlwind again. And unfortunately for me, here comes the Heatran. So yeah. Going to withdraw Skarmory and go into Porygon 2, anticipating a possible Lava Plume or Flamethrower or something. Copying the Flash Fire. But no, he goes for Stealth Rocks on his own. And honestly, I'm going to go for a Tri-Attack, expecting him to switch into Gliscor. But he does go for a Taunt, so I guess, you know, that move is good all the same. So Tri-Attack is obviously going to not do much to Heatran. Which is Air Balloon pops, and Heatran goes to Earth Power because, honestly, he doesn't want to waste his PP for his Lava Plume on something that's not going to be affected by it. So I'm going to keep Tri-Attacking, hoping for a Paralysis. He's going to withdraw Heatran and go into Sylvan, which is going to take a Tri-Attack. I'm very much aware that this thing is Assault Vested. And the Taunt wears off. I'm going to switch Porygon 2 out and go into Saboteur the Skarmory, because now I want to get rid of the Stealth Rocks. I know, so get rid of my setup Stealth Rocks, but honestly, I really don't want Stealth Rocks set up on honestly. So yeah, Defog gets rid of both players' Stealth Rocks. And Amoonguss is still paralyzed. I don't know what move he was going to go for. Maybe a Hidden Power Fire, I don't know. So here comes Fancy the Vivillon. I went for Iron Head, hoping to strike the Amoonguss and Paraflinch it. He's going to go for the Sleep Powder, which is going to put my Skarmory to Betty Bye. So Skarmory is put to sleep. He goes for the Hurricane, which does quite a bit, actually. And unfortunately, Skarmory gets confused. However, not only does Skarmory wake up, but he also breaks for the confusion and whirlwinds Vivillon out of here. Now, right here I click for Defog, expecting him to set up his own Stealth Rocks, but instead, he's going to Lava Plume and take out Skarmory. So, Skarmory is down for the count. Next up comes the Zoomerall. Not going to go for Waterfall or Aqua Jet. Going to go for the Knockoff, expecting a switch into Amoonguss. Which it does happen. So, Knockoff, it reveals that Amoonguss did in fact have the Assault Vest. Going to switch and go into Volcarona. Expecting either a Giga Drain or something. He goes to a Sludge Bomb, which doesn't poison Volcarona, I'm sorry. But I'm going to go for the Quiver Dance, and I don't know why he switched his Vivillon. Maybe he wanted to sack it off or something. So now I'm debating going for a Bug Buzz or another Quiver Dance. But I decided to go for a Fiery Dance in case he was counting on another, Quiver Dance, and went for the Hurricane. Granted, I might not knock the Volcarona out, but still, I'd rather be safe than sorry. So obviously Flash Fire is going to activate. Now I'm just going to hit the Bug Buzzes. I mean, really, why am I keeping Volcarona in there? Well, it's simple. I don't want, switching out, because Volcarona is already at pretty low health as it is, and I've already set up with it once, so really there's no point. No point in switching it out. Resetting everything. So I'm going to keep Bug Buzzing away at the Heatran. And I'm guessing it's going to keep going for Earth Power, because it figures that at any moment I can switch into Porygon 2. Worst case scenario, it does neutral damage on Volcarona. But Bug Buzz is going to finish off Heatran. And out comes Gyarados. Gyarados gets Intimidate off, and I'll go for a Giga Drain, trying to get back as much HP as possible. Maybe I'll get lucky, he'll go for a Dragon Dance, or Mega Evolve maybe, who knows, but no. He goes for a Waterfall, and that'll take out Volcarona surely. However, Volcarona does leave a parting gift in the form of a Burn, so that's going to take out Gyarados as well. Sending back out my Mega Manectric, and he's going to send in his Sylvan, the Amoonguss. Mega Manectric takes some Stealth Rocks damage, and Amoonguss gets Intimidated, not that it really matters. And he switches out his Amoonguss for Gargoyle, the Gliscor, which is going to take a Flamethrower. Now he was probably expecting me to switch with Volt Switch, but nope. Unfortunately, Gliscor takes the Flamethrower to the face, and back out comes Sylvan the Amoonguss, and honestly, Amoonguss is really annoying. So I'm going to go for a Flamethrower, and it doesn't even do half, even with the Assault Vest off, so I'm like, well, there's no point. Volt Switch on out, and I believe I send back out my Heracross. He's going to go for a Sludge Bomb, because why not? Heracross is going to take some burn damage. And I go for the Facade to hopefully take out Amoonguss. Thankfully it does. I'm guessing he didn't really want to switch anything else in to take a Facade, so out comes Fancy the Vivillon. I'm just going to sack off Heracross. There's really no point in keeping it alive, because it's at low enough health where a Sucker Punch from Bisharp will take it out if I do switch it back in later, because not to mention the Stealth Rocks and stuff. So yeah. So Mega Manectric comes out. This is probably the last time this battle you'll see Mega Manectric. I'm going to go for a Volt Switch, and that will take out Vivillon. And out comes Azumarill. I believe, I want to say, he has one Pokemon left, and I have 3. So he goes to the Iron Head, and unfortunately he gets the Flinch Hacks on me, and I'm just going to go for the Aqua Jet on it. Probably should do that from the beginning, but yeah. Iron Head is going to finish off Azumarill. And now out comes Porygon 2. And I'm not sending Manectric in here for this reason, right there, as you'll soon see. Defiant. Because anytime a stat of Bisharp's gets lowered, his attack sharply raises. Therefore, a Sucker Punch would for sure take out Mega Manectric. So, Bisharp's going to go knock off my Evolite. I'm going to paralyze it. I'm going to have Porygon 2 paralyzed with Thunder Wave. And pretty much the next 6 turns are just stalling out and chipping away its HP with Tri Attack. So again, knockoff. He was probably better served going for a Iron Head or something. Knock off again. I mean, if Porygon 2 does faint, I pretty much lose, unless I get a paralysis hacks when Manectric is out, but really, I don't think I'm going to be that lucky. And that Psyduck does do quite a bit of damage despite being resisted by Bisharp. So I'm going to keep recovering. Paralysis hacks, thankfully. Then I'm going to recover again. And I'm pretty sure I'm in a good position where I can take at least another knockoff and or Iron Head or two. He goes to Sucker Punch. And Tri-Attack's going to take Bisharp down to red HP. Which means one more. And a Sucker Punch. Knocks Porygon 2 down to 29 HP. And Tri-Attack's going to finish off the Bisharp. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is the match. So, very good battle, I have to say. Then again, I usually say this about a lot of battles, but honestly, Porygon 2 really pulled through against that Bisharp, and I couldn't be happier. Hacks was on my side this time, and it does feel kind of douchey winning because of Hacks, but honestly, Bisharp is a pretty huge threat on this team for me. Especially since I have a Pokemon, a Mega, who lowers its stats and activates its abilities. So yeah, Bisharp was definitely a huge threat on this team. The other threats were definitely Amoonguss because of how bulky it is, and with its HP recovery every turn it switches out. And then Heatran is also threatening. Blitzscore is not that much, not really a problem for me. But yeah. Anyways, thank you for watching. Right after I import this to my computer, I'll be recording another one, so stay tuned for that.